10 manhwa or manga where the MC can steal, copy and absorb abilities. Imagine absorbing or copying an ability you see. Sounds too cool, right? Why are we talking about this? Because today, we will be discussing 10 manhwa or manga where the MC can steal, copy and absorb abilities. But before we get into the list, make sure you are subscribed to us and get that notification bell turned on so you won't miss any updates. Now, let's get the list going, starting off with our number 10. 10. Living in this world with cut and paste. Our protagonist here lives in a world where God grants abilities called skills to those who come of age. Then the protagonist is bestowed with 2 skills by the gods which he initially uses to rise to an existence and called a hero. The manga is currently ongoing and would say you can give this one a shot. Now moving on to our 9th one on the list. 9. Dungeon Seeker. The story revolves around Junpei Takeda, a high school student who is childhood friends with Noriko Tatsumiya and the bully Kido Shouta. One day during the usual course of bullying Junpei, they were suddenly summoned to a different world by the Wimp of God, summoned heroes with cheats, or so he thought. But it turns out Junpei's stats were even worse than an average farmer. Tricked into a deathly labyrinth by the only one he trusts, he walks the journey for revenge. Personally speaking, good read if you are into those stories with negative emotional atmosphere and rapid progressions. I still finished this though, so I can say this is worth a shot. 8. Position Distopiary. In an RPG-esque world where people's position in society are decided at birth, our protagonist Cholza is a subjugator who is on a quest to defeat the Demon King. He meets and teams up with various people during his adventures, though the dangerous nature of their world means that many of them die. However, as a subjugator, Cholza possesses a special ability which he keeps secret at all costs. He gets stronger every time one of his companions dies. 7. Berserk of Gluttony. In the world where the story is set, there are 2 types of people: those who have powerful skills and those who don't. People born with powerful skills exterminate monsters to level up and become successful, while people without them become failures, who are treated harshly by society. Our protagonist, Fate Barbatos, who was born with the magical skill Gluttony, he constantly hungers in a way that can't be satiated, and has been shunned and looked down upon his entire life. One day, while working as a gatekeeper for a noble family and fighting a trespassing thief, he discovers gluttony's true power. When he kills someone, he devours their skills and feeds his gnawing hunger at last. In that grisly realization, Fate is awakened to his true potential. 6. Return of the Shattered Constellation. A mere human who ascended the position of a god, Twilight of the Gods. After becoming infamous as an evil god, he lost everything. His constellation, his faith, and his status. His divinity got cut off, and his divine power disappeared. After the master of the underworld, Thanatos, offered his hand, after grabbing Thanatos' hand, Twilight of the Gods decided to live again as the player, Li Changshan, to get back at the gods who threw him down to the underworld. Although the story is a bit bland, with it feeling like the MC will always win, I tend to get lost in the pace by the pace action, thinking more about what twist will he pull now, rather than will he win or not. This is quite good if you are a hardcore dungeon or Constellation type fan. 5. The Unfavorable Job Appraiser is actually the strongest. In a fantasy world where jobs are God-given from birth, heroes are born, not made. When a child is born, they are granted a job by the goddess of light, unfortunately, and is granted Unfavorable Job of an Appraiser. All he can do is appraise materials, and so he is treated horribly by his own party. Then one day, he happens to come across an S-ranked tree hidden in a dungeon. Following this encounter, and slowly but surely changes, and this is where the story starts to take turns. It is an ongoing manga which is really good. The plot is quite classic one, it's only the beginning of the story, but the more you read it, the more it is getting interesting. Well, I will say give this one a read. Moving on to our number 4. Solo Max Naval Newbie. The story runs with Kong Jin-hyuk, a gaming streamer and also the person who was the only person who saw the ending of the game, Tower of Trials. However, When the game's popularity declined, it became difficult for him to continue making a living as a gaming streamer. Since he already saw the ending of the game, he was about to quit playing. But that day, Tower of Trials became reality, and Jin Hyuk, who knew about every single thing in the game, took over everything faster than anyone possibly could. 3. Skeleton Soldier couldn't protect the dungeon. Skeleton Soldier, a meager but fiercely loyal fighter whose purpose was to protect his master, Lady Succubus. His dream of a peaceful life with her is shattered when they are both brutally murdered by a group of warriors one day. The skeleton soldier was powerless to protect her, but fate has more in the store for him as he gets another chance to protect his master once more and change his destiny. The skeleton soldier opened its eyes again. It has traveled back 20 years in time, but with no special combat skills and a history of failure and defeat. Personally, all I can say is I really recommend this one. I feel like it really doesn't give enough recognition with how good it is. 2. Talent-swallowing magician. Our MC, Erlich Melvinger, the sole heir of the prestigious magic family, though he possessed innate talent and as such could not learn magic. However, he then received a blessing left by his ancestors. He ate demons, swallowed demons, and continued to keep accumulating demons within himself to achieve new magic to reach a height so high that no one will ever reach him. And finally, our number 1, Reincarnated as a sword. The protagonist was in another world and had become a sword that was stepped on an altar in a great plain crowded with devil beasts. The world he was in had a game-like system: HP, MP, Strength, Vitality, Agility, Intelligence, and Dexterity, titles, and equipment. Following his instincts as a living sword, he traveled to find the one who could be his wielder, until he met with the cat girl that was about to be attacked by a bear-type devil beast, then saves the young beast girl from a life of slavery. Fran, the cat-eared girl, becomes his wielder and wants only to grow stronger, while the sword wants to know why he is here. Together, the strange duo's journeys get started. Well, the end of the list just got real now. This was our listing, hoping you all pretty much enjoyed it. If you did enjoy our video, make sure you drop a like in this video. Also, if you wanna guys share anything, feel free to express it in our comment section down below. Also, a subscription to our channel will be a big boost for us. We'll be meeting soon while we'll be back with yet another hot topics to discuss with you guys. Till then, stay safe, keep reading, and peace out.